and we will get this started. Hi, hello, I am Panicked Stardust. I am going to be drawing today. Um, Obviously, because I'm in the art channel. I would hope so. um, I don't know, let's sketch real quick, shall we? I have been to art class today, so I'm not out of practice. But I did take a break. I'm just gonna draw like just a quick little portrait, I guess. That should be fun, right? I love I love sketching. It's one of my favorite things to do. Um, that's just good for practice. Hmm. My tablet's at a weird angle and I'm trying to figure out how I want to draw today. Oh, it's one of those days. Eyes are really big. Angry eyebrows. Angry eyebrows. There we go. I'm feeling a little more confident. I have this sketch that we could work on, but the character looks not how I want it to yet. So we could just work on what we usually work on. This one. It doesn't have a name. Oh? I was working on shading. Fun. We can do that. Hmm. Probably blend it out, yeah. Oh, I love this music. This is fun music. I love I love rock music. It's Oh, but I hate this blending tool. Hmm. Have I been away from drawing for this long? Oh, there we go. Um, I tell this to like literally anyone who will listen, but I'm not that big of a fan of pop music, and I like the rock music. It's chill, I guess. But I mean, like, you can disagree with me, but I grew up listening to like heavy metal in the car while I was sleeping. Like my father would play Metallica and stuff because he's trying to stay awake while he drives. But I'm sleeping. So as a kid growing up with that, whenever I hear Metallica, I'm like, nap time. I don't know if that's just like a Midwest thing because I was talking to one of my friends, and she has a Midwest dad, and she says that as well. She says Metallica makes her sleepy too. So there's a whole group of people, I guess, that feel the same way. That surely can't just be a Midwest dad thing. It's really funny because I know a lot of people who also say like metal music scares them, or it's just really heavy, or it's too much noise. But I do not feel that way. I enjoy metal, but I don't want to scare people away with metal music. But I don't think I could cue up pop or whatever and be happy while I draw. So, hopefully I'm attracting people like me as well who like rock music and we can all vibe. I guess I could always do like chill, like EDM or dance or something. Something chill. But then, like, I'm trying to keep my energy up, believe it or not. Just keep talking and not spacing out. And I feel like if we were listening to something chill, I would not not be able to hold a conversation with myself because there's no one here. I'm just talking with myself. And YouTube, if you watch the VODs, hello, which is fun. We love VODs. Actually, I'm only really doing VODs for myself. Just to remind myself that my YouTube channel exists. I really don't expect anyone to watch the VOD. Although every now and again I see there's views on it, and I'm like, it must be people clicking on who like didn't realize it was a VOD or something. Like, I cannot believe people are watching that because they want to. Like, it's just an hour of me drawing, but it's like a draw with me in a way, which is nice. Or like, I was watching Impulse SV earlier today, and I'll watch the VOD if there's like a story I missed or I just wasn't there that day, because I like watching VODs while I do homework or um, I don't know, I'm in the car. It's just nice. Or just watch a live stream. Oh, I'm not one to really watch a lot of active content, which shows in my creative process how I make videos. I don't make, like, I'm not the most intense person to watch to do anything, but I'm very chill, laid back online. At least in person, I can be a bit much with my friends. I've been told I'm really chaotic. But chill, laid back, and that's the kind of content I watch in my free time. So I make the kind of content that I would myself watch or listen to while like taking a shower or driving a car or doing homework. It's just we're all kind of vibing is the goal. Because I could like put on an elaborate character and put on a show, but which I might do actually later in life with these as I transition more out of theater. Obviously, I'm gonna miss it, but right now I get enough attention on stage, and I'm just after school, after work, just chilled out. I don't want to have to force too much on myself, and I don't want to make these stressful. I'm doing this for fun, you know. I'm starting to regret cell shading on a texture, but I think it's fine. I was getting afraid that maybe my viewers would find this boring, doing the same drawing every time. But I got some feedback from Wish, and she said she really liked it because it felt like chat was on this journey together with this drawing, which is kind of cute. I never thought of it that way. And she's right. It is like a little journey we all get to see happen. But at the same time, like I just want to get this done. Like I'm starting to run out of attention span for this piece. So I think I need to just get it over with so we can move on to a different piece. I don't know. I've been thinking about maybe doing some more emotes or which I obviously won't be able to use here, but maybe someday I'll be able to, or use them in my Discord, or just post them on Instagram for other people to use. Or even do just some, like, maybe we could design some stream overlays, screen overlays, stuff like that. Maybe come up with some ideas for characters and stuff. That could be fun. So those are kind of like my ideas for the future, which I've been thinking about a lot because everyone's like, what are your content creator goals for 2021? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm very short-term planner. I always think of like my goals in like months, not years, which is not the greatest, but I get overwhelmed sometimes. It's really easy to get overwhelmed. Like people are like, "Oh, for 2021, I'm going to work out every day and I'm going to eat healthy." And then like you start getting behind and it just starts to get really stressful, and then you start thinking, oh, I can't get back into it, I gotta wait till next year, or I gotta wait until the next month, and it just gets weird and crazy. So I like to try to chunkate things, keep them nice and simple, and I guess the moral of this story is realize what stresses you and what motivates you, because like if the yearly thinking motivates you, go for it. Like, do it. It's not my thing at all. It just makes me so stressed. If I think about something long term for too long, like my brain doesn't understand that it's like a long term goal and I need to stop worrying about it. And I'm just like, must do. So, life hack. I feel like I'm such an internet dad. Even though I'm not. I'm not a dad. Uh, that's my vibe. I listen to rock music and I just gave a little bit of life advice. Don't stress. Unless that's your motivator. And it's in a healthy way. I'm not loving these shadows at all on her skin. They're very dark. Although she's very white. Fun fact of the day, chat. I am so pale. They do not have my foundation shade in the Clinique liquid foundations at my local makeup store. Yep, I'm sad. They have okay, which is this that's partially the truth. Because in the summer when I worked outside in landscaping, I was their lightest shade. And I was tan and I didn't realize it and I went in and I bought some foundation, because I ran out in the summer after all the shows are done for the season. And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I bought this shade. And maybe I should have bought the lighter shade looking back, knowing that I was tan and I was the most tan I would ever be in my life because I don't tan, but somehow I had developed a little bit of color. It was insane. I was so proud of myself. Like I had a faint line on my wrist from where my hair tie sat. And that was huge for me because I don't, my skin tone does not go anywhere except like pink because I have rosacea. And um, And then, winter came around, and I realized my foundation shade was a little dark on my skin. And I was like, oh, all right, like I can hide it with, how I do my makeup, just put a little bit more concealer on. But it was starting to get obnoxious. I'm going back into doing more shows. So, I went back and I looked through and I had taken a picture of it so I knew what shade the dark shade was. And, that was the lightest shade on the shelf. And I was like, what? And I went and I asked, and they're like, yeah, we don't have anything lighter. And I was like, what? So I had to switch brands. And I'm so sad because I don't like the brand as much. Like, it's just not my kind of makeup. Not great. I mean, it's probably great for other people. It's just it does not fit my skin type. Like I have really dry skin, and it highlights how horrible my skin is, and I hate it. But I gotta use it up, and I can hide. You can make bad makeup do. You can make do with anything really. Um, so that's what I've been doing. uh, it's my skin tone, but it's a horrible texture, and I don't know. Maybe I need to go back into back into landscape and get some color back on me. Ugh. But who knows if I'll ever go back to landscaping? I might not, just because I need more money and it didn't pay as much as I'd like it to. Because it wasn't just landscaping. I was an intern, so I did landscaping and I identified plants and I taught children about the earth and plants, and it was just a very generic, like a botany kind of plant biology farming kind of thing, if that makes any sense. I legitimately don't know if this is like a common job that people would know about. Like it's a little obscure. But it was all because I really wanted to work at a greenhouse, and I didn't know if I would be cut out for greenhouse work, so instead I went and applied for a job that was looking for artsy people to help children learn. And I was like, I can do that. And they're like, can you do landscaping? And I was like, I will help my best. Because it was really funny because you could tell who was hired for what, even though we all worked collaboratively. Like my coworkers could lift like huge wheelbarrows full of stones and stuff, and I could never. I actually spilled one trying. Like I tried so hard, and I could do the lighter loads, I could do mulch, I could not do rocks. I tried to dig up a tree once, wasn't really fit for that. I could do the weeding, I could mix up. We didn't use chemicals, so we used like vinegar and sunlight to kill weeds that were on the pavement around the gardens. So like I was a help around the garden. Like I could pull my own weight to some degree, but I could not do the heavy lifting that my coworkers could do. But unlike, my coworker who could like honestly could probably pick up like 5 bags of mulch and be like, here you go, could not sing, could not play, could not arts and crafts, struggled with it immensely. I mean, he was very talkative with the kids, very good with kids, but just did not have a creative bone in his body. And I was like, oh. So where others lacked, I was, I played my flute, I sang. I almost got roped into playing guitar, but I got out of that. But I actually play guitar as a hobby now, which was a lot of fun. We painted a lot of rocks. I really excelled at the musical performing part of it. It was one of my favorite things. I'm gonna miss that job a lot. It's not a lot of the time where you can get paid to do like regular work and artsy work, Like I will never again probably be paid to play an instrument. I'm not a musician, but I'm enough of a musician that I could, keep kids entertained and get them excited about learning, We actually had a theme song that my boss wrote because his passion was potatoes and music. Which I love. I find a lot of people who are into like farming and stuff are into that. Well, actually, he's got those hippie vibes, which is awesome. I'm gonna take a sip of water. I hope my water bottle's not too loud. It's one of those sports water bottles. That's all I have right now. I had a regular one, like a straw one, but my little sister took it. It's gone forever. Shall never see it again, probably. I'm just reminiscing about summer. I really don't like where I live. We get a lot of snow, and it's dead for most of most of the year. Excuse me. Like no snow, no flowers. I was watching a documentary in history class, and I realized how much I miss just green plants. I really love flowers, and in the video, the Aztecs were moving flowers to their cities, and I miss doing that. I miss picking flowers and moving them around, and these people get to do it year round. And the snow just, walks up to you and says, no. It sucks. Oh, I need more water. My voice is out of it today. I had choir today, so I've been using my voice a lot. But yeah, I would ask chat. Well, I asked the YouTube VOD people if you make it this far. What's your guys' favorite flowers or plants? I personally really like chocolate mint plants. They're the weirdest things ever. They're so pretty though, like compared to regular mint, and they don't. At least from experience, like they spread as much as like a mint plant does, like a regular mint, but like it's a little more contained, which is it's kind of cute. And you do have to keep an eye on it, but it's awesome. It's probably one of my favorite mint types, varieties. It's a good plant. If you don't know it, look it up. It's called chocolate mint because it's got like brown on its leaves. It's not actually chocolate. The amount of times I've had to explain that to kids where I'm like, yes, this plant is commonly known as chocolate mint, and they're like, oh, chocolate, and I'm like, No, hang on. Let's not get too excited. Uh, can you imagine being 9 and hearing that there's a chocolate mint plant and then thinking, oh, it's gonna be chocolate, and then feeling betrayed by some short woman who didn't properly explain it when she said its name? Oh, I'd be angry. No, I wouldn't be. But yeah. Oh, poor kiddos. Nah, most of them really like the plants. Um, and it's awesome just working in a place that has so many edible plants. They can just you can just snack while you work. Like we grew green beans all summer, all spring, all summer. We all like just always had green beans. I wasn't there for the spring shift, but I know we started them early, in the greenhouses. And it's awesome because we grow so much, like way too much to ever be able to like feed all the kids and then some. So I get to just snack while I work. I just when I walk by them, I pick a few. And we don't use chemicals and stuff obviously. So the kids are fine, I'm fine. It's great. I don't have to worry. It's also I can't imagine having to wash the produce a lot because we do wash like the lettuces and stuff, or if we're going to be cooking, we have to wash them obviously. But like we don't have running water. Like I have to go get a hose that's attached to like a neighboring building that said we could. And then I have to drag it across the properties, which is a decent amount. And then I have to run all the way back. Or usually it's a two-person job. A coworker stands by the spigot and you tell them when to turn it on. And then I put it in like the sink tub that's outside. And then I fill up the tub. There's a couple of them. One for, like dirty vegetables and then one for like clean vegetables. It sounds like a process now that I explain it out loud. I didn't realize how weird it was. And I wash them off, and then at the end of the day, I dump all the water out through the hole in the bottom of the sink. And it's like, it's just a process. Um, so I can't imagine like having to watch every little single thing, you know, and just working with pesticides and stuff. Could never. I will say though, when you don't work with pesticides and stuff, you do have to squish. Well, I think even with pesticides, I think you still have to squish bugs, and I don't have the heart for it. My boss was always making fun of me because like I love bees. They're my favorite little bugs. They're not pests actually. They're really chill. We love them at the gardens. They sleep in flowers. They are friends of the gardens. But like potato bugs because we grow a lot of potatoes. Uh, I feel like I know they're bad for the plants and they're a pest, but like I can't squish them. I don't have the heart or the stomach. And so it's always really funny because I always bring them over to my boss and he's like, "Look, ready, ready," and he's just like pops them open and I'm like, "What the? Thank you." Oh, so aggressive about it too. It's funny. Actually, once my band teacher found out I'm scared of spiders. I'm not, and not as much anymore. I'm still a little fearful, but like not to the point that I was. Like I in band one ran at me and I got up and left. Like I'm not that bad anymore. Like I would probably try to step on it or get someone else to and stay in the room. But I left, and once he found out, he started playing spider videos in our free time and was like, "Hey, look, they're not that bad, Star." And I was like, I don't know. But like, you could be like, "Oh, did he play like, like videos that showed how helpful they are to No. He just showed like videos of like thousands of little guys hanging out in like a fence or someone's shoe and someone in the camera going, "Hey, look at this spider I found." Like it was not the type of therapy I needed nor wanted. Uh, that was a while ago. That was way back when I first started band. What a way to start band. Oh goodness. It's like, what'd you do today? Did you learn B flat? No, I got harassed by a spider. goodness. That's like on brand for me. I love that. How long have we been running? 25 minutes. Nice. Well, I did have the stream up for a little bit before, I think. No, it count. No, it counts when I go live. The VOD should be an hour. I don't know. I was just calculating that in my head. I was like, I wonder if it'll actually show up as an hour on YouTube. Just some food for thought. Unfortunately, we've had no one show up. I guess Tuesday nights in the winter are rough. That's fine. That's fine. We're vibing. We're chilling. I did break my schedule habit, unfortunately, which could be part of it. I noticed I got a lot more viewers when I had a schedule going. And by a lot more, I mean like 3. Although, I wonder if I'm in the right category. I'm just checking this real quick in another screen. I know you guys can't see me. Yeah, I'm in the art channel under English, yeah. I'm doing good, I'm doing good. Look at me. I'm always scared that I'm, like, doing something wrong. Like, blatantly wrong. But, like, I also get, like, 20 likes on Instagram whenever I, like, that's, like, a good amount of likes for me. Like, that means, like, my post is doing good. So I don't really expect to have too many people over here. Just the casual person who pops by and goes, "What is this lady doing?" I don't know. You're shading. I'm sure it's lovely. Although I think in the future, obviously, I need to get some overlays that show my Instagram art that scrolls through, so that way you don't just pop by and see like a bunch of scribbles and go, okay. Or if you want, or if people find me through Twitch and want to explore my Instagram. I also should probably link my YouTube channel now that I think about it, if I'm going to be posting over there. I haven't linked it yet because a lot of people I know follow my Instagram. Like a lot of people. And I don't really want people I know per se to be joining me, simply because it's just weird. Like, I'd rather keep my online life a little different and make friends online that are my online friends. And they don't know I play Minecraft or draw. Well, they know I draw, but they don't know I make videos and that I like to be silly online. So just the thought of maybe being a little bit picked on for that, because my family can be a little harsh sometimes. That wouldn't be cool. Maybe I'd get more views though. I don't care about views. I'm just having fun. I feel like Car needs more color in his face. I feel like he'd be upset in this instance. He is upset. Look at the boy. Let's find his color. Let's give him some color, shall we? So, what's his skin tone? Oh, he's a lot paler than I thought he would be. So if we give him some blush, it's gonna be like that, maybe? Oh, and then I need to mess around with like what textures I like to use. That is something I need to figure out for digital art, is I never know. Oh, I really like how soft that is. Kind of make him a little stressed, yeah. Oh goodness. That's a long song title. And oh yeah, it shows up on screen for our YouTube viewers. Pretzel Rocks is always sending out what it is, which is awesome because I don't remember setting that up. It just does it on its own, which is really nice. Um, Although when it sends like a big one, I'm like, is someone talking to me? Like, hello? But no, it was just a really long song. Although I will admit, sometimes with the Pretzel Rocks plugin, I will think it's just Pretzel Rocks and not check, and then it'll be someone talking to me, and I'm like, oh, sorry, not used to that. So if we put blush here, that's gonna give him more of a joyful appearance, right? Oh, oh. That was like immediate regret right there. Let's give him, I don't know. Does he look upsetty sketty? He does. I think that adds a little bit of cuteness to him as well. Even though his character like isn't supposed to be the cutest. But I'm obviously attached. He's his name is Carpenter. Like the bee. Surprise, I like bees. Um and essentially like he's a sci-fi boy, and in his empire, he was in a military group that kind of had a bee theme. And in the group, he was a carpenter bee. So he's got a bee tattoo on his back shoulder blade, I think, is where I'm going to have it. And so he's obviously kind of, you know, built for. He's not the brains of the operation per se. Like, he's more of a cavalry kind of guy. Hence his height and his build. Although now that I look at it, I think I drew his legs wrong, but it's fine. um, yeah, so that was the plan for him. But obviously I got overly attached, and I like designed out who his friends are, and like he has an SO. Actually, if you know my character Sean, they're boyfriend. And I think it's just the cutest character combination. Because I imagine while Car is can be a bit much, especially with his training and stuff. I imagine he's a sweetheart, like very kind and a very strong best friend. You know. Um, yeah, so that's a bit about him. And now that I think about it, maybe I should have drawn him with. Oh, I just realized I was on the wrong layer. Okay, there we go. Ah, count the times I do that. Too many. Okay, that's the pink. Kinda. Oh, oh, I really like how this is turning out. Maybe just turn it down just a little bit though. Yeah. And I'm gonna blend out the spot on the neck because it's starting to look a little too patchy. Sorry, there goes my voice. I used to be a lot better at talking for longer periods of time with theater and stuff, but now that it's not really going on, my voice is out of it. Oh, I love. Okay, yeah. Yeah. uh, I like this. This is cute. I will admit that's me. She's me. It was just gonna I was gonna draw another female character. I almost drew X, but I think he's maybe the figure I drew was a little too short. And I was just in the mood to draw a bunny onesie, so I took a picture of myself and I used that as a reference, and it looks a lot like me. There's no hiding it. I have that. I have a similar face shape and eyes and hair. So, well, I used to have red hair. Mm, not right now, but in my dreams, I pretend I still have red hair. My Minecraft character and all my other characters have all the fun hair colors that I've had in the past. But I had some important things to do, and I couldn't have the fun, the fun colors anymore, which was sad. Life gets in the way sometimes, you know. But I'll go back to red someday, for sure. I felt truly myself with red hair. It fit my vibe. There's like a white pixel. I don't know if you can see that. It's probably gonna bother a lot of people if they watch this. But can't reach it, so we're not gonna bother with it. Fun fact of the day with digital art is it doesn't matter if it's perfect, because that makes it better. The textures and stuff. Because I'm not going for like the most perfect, smooth, like art style. I'm going for something that kind of represents my traditional style because I'm in love with my traditional style, which is why I never do digital art. Is because when I do digital art, I'm reminded of how much better I like my traditional style. It's just messy and very unique, very me, and it's very refined because I do it a lot. So in doing these streams, I get to remind myself how to draw, which I really enjoy. And, you know, share some of that creativity. I love vibing on here. Alright. I will say, I should work on my light sources a little bit more. I'm just doing like a general one. It probably looks not the most professional, but, you know, I've only been in art for 4 years, so. Oh, art class. I've been doing art way longer than I've had education. Technically, we've all been doing art for longer than we've had education. You know, I feel like a staple of like teaching children motor skills is coloring. Like, legitimately, I cannot think of a better way. Like, I'm sure maybe not everyone grows up doing motor skills with coloring, but I feel like the vast majority of us, especially in the West, grow up with coloring. I can't imagine a kid telling me they had never color or painted growing up. It's just such a staple. Like, legitimately, if someone told me they'd never colored growing up, I'd laugh. I would tell them, stop joking, you know? And kids like to create, right? So, coloring and painting is a way to experiment, which is awesome. Because honestly, I don't count art as just what I do or just what is images or whatever it's defined as. Like, legitimately, if you color or whatever, or make sounds, sure, it's an art. Doesn't mean we all enjoy it or respect it, but I won't argue that it's not an art. Uh, which brings me to modern art, like the weird gallery art. And I lovingly say weird, because it asks, you know, the thing is, like, they're always asking the question, like, what is art? But at the same time, you know, I strongly believe that, you know, if you ask what is art, it's very individualized and you need to respect that, and that your art may not be art to others. I hate it when people ask you what is art and then proceed to tell you. Like, no, 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 no. If you ask what is art and you make something that appears to be garbage, like, I think of the story of this lady who had accidentally thrown away like a sculpture or something because she thought it was trash, like legitimately cleaning up the museum or gallery or whatever, and she was legitimately like, you can't be mad. She answered your question. Like, like she she told you what that art meant to her. like like I think at the end of the day, like if you're gonna ask questions, let them be answered. If you're gonna be philosophical about art and someone answers it, say thank you and continue. Cause like I can say this is art and we can agree it's art, or maybe you could argue it's not art, which would be an interesting topic. I don't know how you would tackle that. But when you start to get into those weird, like, niche things like taping a banana to a wall or putting a bunch of random stuff together, even if it's meaningful to some degree, to others it won't be. For example, that robot picture I just recently drew, it's nothing more than a robot to me. I wanted to draw a robot and I wanted to draw a person, so I did both, and I got credit for it in art. Because I went through and I did art, design elements, this, that, the other thing, proper art stuff. But while I was making it, I remembered, oh, this might be my gallery piece this year. Maybe. I don't know. There might not be galleries. But if there is, it'll probably be in a gallery for me. I'll go in my portfolio, definitely. And I realize people might interpret this as like a statement. So people might say, am I saying humans have become robots? Or are we, becoming dead inside? Nothing. No, I'm not saying anything. I'm not. I'm like I told my art teacher, I was like, I'm really scared people are going to try to make this out to be something it's not. At the end of the day, I can't control what you think about my art. But legitimately, the worst thing ever, I think, is when people project. And I've researched other artists. There was an artist, I can't remember, they did like surrealism, very spooky art that looked like it was influenced by what time period they lived in, but they were very much so on the same boat as me, as I don't want people to interpret this, which I respect, like I'm not going to interpret it. I don't want my art interpreted sometimes. So, I feel that. So like, I feel like for me personally, the modern art movement of what is art has kind of made me worry. Like sometimes I don't want people to think what is art when they look at my art. I just want them to go, neat. I don't want them to think about it. Just enjoy it. Don't have an existential crisis. Don't argue with your family. Don't fight a man online. Just go, neat. And maybe I'll change as I get older. Who knows? Maybe I'll go to like an art theory class or something and change my mind. But until then, although I will admit I do not help my case because I like weird and kind of spooky art. Like Night Vale vibes, if anyone's seen that. I do. I like the kind of spooky but still kind of cute and sweet. It's like the spooky or the eerie vibes aren't the majority of the piece. You can still enjoy it without being too freaked out. I really like that kind of stuff. And that really reflects in my art and how I name my pieces sometimes. My art teachers picked up once I was gone and I couldn't name one of my pieces before it went to show. And she just slapped some vague yet kind of odd title on it. And I was like, yeah, that's good. Like, I had some light bulbs with like raindrops on them in graphite I had rendered. And it was a decent size. And it was named like Darkness or something. Like it was like, could you think about it and infer something? Probably. Did I? No. Like I just went online and was like, you know what I want to draw? Light bulbs. you know? Like the other day, I almost drew a picture of my cat breathing fire, and I wanted to name it Hot Cheeto Girl, just for fun, you know. I didn't. I ended up drawing a kitchen. I think I'm working on right now. That'll get posted what in a month, if not more. I'm going pretty slow on it, and you know that's probably gonna be named something like it's actually a dollhouse that I put together and then took a picture of, and I'm painting realistically. So I don't know, maybe like a play on Honey I Shrunk the Kids, maybe like Honey or The World is Small. I don't know. Some see like just something kind of weird, kind of something existential, but means nothing. And that could be really interesting to do like a just like a study, I guess. Just to have people write down or tell me what they think when they see my pieces. Um, it's just weird. People turn nothing into something. It's just what our brains do, and that's what like not oh I'm gonna maybe get backlash, but like theories. You know, I legitimately think some game theories and some movie theories is just something out of nothing. Not all content creators start with this oh magnificent idea. You know, they don't. I can tell you firsthand. Not all of us do, and people treating it like it's, you know, 100% what is going on is sometimes really funny because it's not. As for some people, it is. Some content creators put a lot of hidden stuff in their work, but I've never been one to do that. Oh, hello. I just I don't know. I'm sure other people are the other way. I mean, if you look at Scott Coughlin's stuff, I honestly at this point don't know whether like he himself like like honestly don't know if I don't think he started out with the story that we have ended up with, because obviously there's a couple of like plot holes and people speculate a lot, and like it's a little confusing what is known and what is not as someone who plays casually and doesn't pay attention too much. So like, you know, there's that. It's turned into something beautiful and something maybe we all overthink. And did Scott start out with that story? I doubt it, but maybe he had a vague idea. Like I'm not gonna fight him on that. But like I don't know. I forgot where I was going. I spaced. Oops, I'm sorry. I got excited about. I started talking about FNAF and I got excited. I love FNAF. Actually, it's really funny because I think I'm pretty weak when it comes to jump scares and stuff. And I actually invited someone over who does not play any horror games, and they were playing on my computer. It was like someone I drive to and from school. You know, like our families are very connected, and they got jump scared, and I was sitting next to them. We do the thing where we split controls, so someone's on keyboard and someone's on mouse. Probably the least effective way to play FNAF, but it's how you can include multiple people, right? And she got jump scared twice and said, "Peace, I'm out. I'm playing Minecraft." And I was like, "Oh, all right." I mean, they got my heart going, but it didn't scare me. I wasn't surprised. If anything, I knew it was coming, cause we're playing custom night, and you know, Dee Dee was like, "Hey, here's a random person," and I never make it past the random person rounds, never. So I was like, "All right, we'll you know, start checking, trying to figure out who it is." Could not figure out who it is, and time ticked on. It was 1 a.m. and I was like, "There's no way this is going well." Like, so it's obviously not one of the vent ones. I couldn't find them, or it wasn't. It couldn't have been, you know, the puppet, because I did not touch the music box. And it was Ballora. She wanted to say hello. And she, I don't get her jump scare often, so it wasn't like a matter of I'm used to her jump scare. It was just a matter of I had accepted my fate. And the friend that had come over did not. They did not see that coming at all. They thought we were going to be victorious. Foolishly. Um, it was really cute though. They're like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "It's gonna be fine." It was really funny. I don't know if the temperature goes up too much in the office. I don't know if something really bad happens if you don't have any animatronics. I've never tested that, but she was on fan duty at the space bar. It was her favorite thing to do. Which I find is like a really good way to play FNAF. If you're new and you're playing with split controls, and there's a lot of overwhelming controls sometimes when you're playing. Just pick something, give them a task to do. Cause you're not really gonna play to win when you've got two different people on different controls. Like you're just here to have fun. So just giving it a task to do was very good. Thoughts, feelings, cares, and concerns. Ooh, it kind of looks like a skeleton. Let's blur that. Let's get let's get this toned down a little. Maybe. Oh no. It's too late. It is too late. We might have to blend this out more. It just looks like a really bad tan, but it's just a shadow. This is what I get for using oranges. The colors, not the fruit. I don't know why I thought about the fruit. I was in art class today and someone's like, my favorite soda is orange. And I thought they meant the color. So I mimed holding a drink and I said, my favorite soda, blue. And he was like, hey, yo, star. I meant the fruit. And I was like, oh, happens. You know? That's cute. Okay. I've been dreaming. Like, I've had literal dreams about giving these kids a background. Or doing an Among Us themed Among Us themed picture, which we're not gonna do. I don't think. But we will give them a background. I don't have the patience to work on this any longer. I was like, we could do the Among Us ship and then put a third person in the background. No. No. Maybe another piece. Not this one. But I do want to put them on a spaceship to remind myself these are my space characters. So, what we're gonna do. Why is there the letter? That's like a really good S too. Is that in my shading layer? Yet. This has come back to haunt me. Okay. Okay. Idea number 2. So, we grab our character, right? And we do this. Yeah. Uh-oh. Star crashes her computer. Okay. And now we're gonna shrink. Wait, no. No, no, okay. How do I think I just need to suck it up and do all of it. That's okay. That's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna. Oh, no. Okay. I think we're gonna ignore the shading out of place. And I'll fix that off of stream. We'll just sketch out a quick background. I should have saw that. I was like, wow, it doesn't shade the background. I can go out of the lines. Well, there's a reason for that. Okay. Ooh, let's push it purple. I love the color purple. Ooh, maybe not that purple. Regrets? Kind of. And then I'm just going to use a ruler, a straight line. Kind of. Yeah. So that will be our floor, right? Should they be in front of a window? Maybe? How much time do we have? Oh, we have 5 minutes. Well, this will be a really rough sketch then. Oh, I can feel the pressure. I've just been vibing and now I feel attacked. Okay, that's actually too much floor. Oh. Okay. Let's. Oh. Do I think things through before I delete things? No. But it's fine. That was the color we were using, I assume. Color memory is one of my favorite things. Okay. Neat. And then should we do a bay window? Like, I want to, there's a window over here. Yeah, we can totally do that. And then, like, it's like space out there. So to remind myself that, we're going to do just like a really dark color. Oh my goodness. And the reason I'm only streaming for an hour today instead of more is I have to play my flute and my piccolo because we're playing difficult music. And I need all the practice I can get. Okay! Yeah, I like that. That's cute. And so that'll be where this image is going. I think we're going to definitely throw a background in. I like it. I like it. Oh! I love space. If you guys don't know that about me. Which I'd be surprised if you didn't at this point. Panic Stardust? Who are you thinking I don't like space? And how have you gone this long? Not knowing. It looks like there's like a couple of holes in the layer. I mean, it's not that bad though because it's behind the characters. Maybe we could get a quick border on this before we go. So how we're gonna do that is we're going to select a color for the ship. So like let's say their windows are like a nice. Oh, I actually kind of still want to stick with the purples though. We're gonna do a purple window, so we're going for it, kids. And then we're gonna fill. And then we're going to not expand. We're going to shrink our selection by like, yeah, sure. I just hit the keyboard. Ooh, way more than that. Okay. Like way more. Like 60. Like 120. I love coming up with numbers. There we go. So that gives us kind of what we want, essentially. And then if we just go back in here and do this, obviously it's not perfect by any means because then we've got this border, which is going to not be that. So then we just kind of go, you know, and kind of ruin it just a little bit. Like that. I love. There we go. And that's our window. I love technology. Oh my goodness. I'll take a sip of water and then we can sign off. All right. This is what we've got done. Um, Obviously without the shading layer, it's a little cleaner. But I'll fix that. I promise. Oh, let's say goodbye to our VOD people. This has been Panic Stardust. I sincerely doubt it if you've made it this far, but thank you. Check me out on Instagram, Panic Stardust. I'm here on twitch.tv/Panicked Stardust, and I'm on YouTube at Panicked Stardust. Pretty easy to remember. So, goodbye.